an author, you're an actor, if you will, in your own stage play. The book is Body Slams, Memoirs of a Wrestling Pitchman. Tell me a little bit about how the book came about and how you transformed it into a stage show.
Well, when I came off the road with WCW, that ended 21 years of constantly announcing, being on national television, and it was a very difficult transition to come home and not prepare to go on the road again. So I didn't start out to write a book, but I just started to write some memories. It was just more of a therapeutic exercise. And I just kept on writing. And I loved the writing experience. And every day I wrote or edited something. It took me 2 years sitting home doing that. I didn't go out and work anywhere else. I just loved that lifestyle. And one of the things that I particularly liked about it was quoting, in loose quotes, the wrestlers, because I could hear their voices, so that translated to the page. And I realized that that's what a screenplay is. So when I finished the book, I wrote a screenplay based on wrestling. And, it was just a lot of fun to do. So when people, at the time, there was an 800 number and people called to order the book, the screenplay was used as an upsell. Say, oh, well, Gary Michael Cappetta has also, written a screenplay called Fall for the Dream, and, try to add that onto their order. So it was, because it began as a self-published book, and 5 years later, ECW Press picked it up, and I wrote more. I added to it. I brought everybody up to date, and it's not a slam book in any way. Not that I'm totally positive about everyone that I ran into, but there were a couple of people that had an issue with something that I said in regards to them, and I got in touch with them, and I said, hey, look, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to what I said, and I'll give you the last word in this new edition of the book. And so I don't think that's ever been done before. Mick Foley and Jim Cornette, they wrote rebuttals to what I originally had in the first edition. It was also the first book that was ever featured and excerpted in a wrestling magazine. I think it was Pro Wrestling Illustrated. So that was cool, and that gave the book a really nice push for sales.
So the updated version of the book that has the rebuttals from, is that the one that's currently on Amazon right now?
I think you can, yes. They have both of them up there, but they're probably out of stock of the original. ECW Press, it's the color cover as opposed to the black and white cover.
Well, I want to let people know, I want to apologize. There's one left in stock right now on Amazon.com, and now there's not. So I picked up the last one on Amazon.com. Everybody can see my order is placed. So what you guys have to do is you have to go to Amazon.com and you have to pick up the book. It's got great reviews. I am absolutely so much looking forward to it. It seems like a great read.
You have to, when you read the book, you have to see when it was copywritten and have that mentality, because so much has happened since the book was written to today.
Yeah, I mean, the book was written in 2000, what was it, 2002?
Originally it was written in 2000, and then the edition happened in 2006.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're talking almost 19 years ago, so don't look through the looking glass. Just take it, the way it was at the time. Now, you are quite the busy man. Like I said, we mentioned, we saw you at WrestleCon, and you have some other shows coming up. So tell us where all the fans can find you.
It happens from when we're recording. It's this coming Saturday, the 27th. I'll be at I Play America, Freehold, New Jersey, for an 80s wrestling convention. And then June 7th and 8th, I'll be in Providence, Rhode Island at the New England Fan Fest. That's on the Saturday. On the Friday night, they're inducting me into the New England Hall of Fame, Wrestling Hall of Fame. So I'm thrilled about that. So those are my two upcoming events.
Well, first and foremost, congratulations. Second of all, if anybody's listening and they're not following you over at facebook.com, Gary Michael Cappetta, the support page, you post some really deep layer kind of professional wrestling stuff. You just posted the other day when you had to announce that Ric Flair was stripped of the NWA World Heavyweight title. I mean, that's stuff that people, I don't want to say like almost like the holy grail of professional wrestling video, so definitely make sure you're following Gary Michael Cappetta on Facebook. Some really cool stuff over there. Some exclusive interviews you have coming up too. And you're also on Twitter as well. Where can people find you on Twitter?
Simply Gary Cappetta. On Facebook, it's my initials, GMC, the number 4 real, GMC for real. We just started a supporters page by subscription. And I have a series of interviews with second and third generation wrestlers on the subscription page that just started posting today. Larry Zbyszko's son, Timothy Zbyszko. All these guys are, currently wrestling. Leland Race Harley's son, Brian Pillman Jr., Marshall and Ross Von Erich, who are sons of Kevin. Lance Anoa'i, he's the grandson of Alpha the Wild Samoan and Samu. Some really good stuff. These guys were so forthcoming because I didn't ask your stock questions. They were really personable, and I'm really excited about the series. So it's a good time to subscribe to the Gary Michael Cappetta supporters page.
Yeah, you've got some awesome stuff on here. Like you even have Triple H versus Larry Zbyszko from WCW Worldwide, 1994. Some real deep cuts, as they say. So make sure you're following the Gary Michael Cappetta page on Facebook and over there on Twitter. Gary, listen, we thank you so much for your time. You've been awesome to have on. We appreciate all your insight, and please make sure everybody follow the Facebook, follow the Twitter, and check them out at the 80s WrestleCon this weekend.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed the time with you.
Thank you, and everybody, again, you're listening to the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast.